Hi, I'm meteorologist Peter Hall. Here's our NBC3 forecast. And as we look ahead, boy, do we have a busy forecast. We're literally going to have many hour-by-hour changes, not only today, but through tonight and tomorrow morning. Here's the deal. I actually think the morning hours for most of central and southern New York will be fairly quiet sky-wise with sun and clouds and nothing worse than flurries, although the wind will be increasing. And getting into this afternoon, between noon and 3, from west to east, for about 30 minutes of that 3-hour period, pushing through the area, there's likely to be a quick snow shower squall that could produce anywhere from as little as a dusting to maybe an inch or two. I mention this because for maybe that brief 30 minutes, there could be some very difficult driving conditions anywhere. The best chance today for the heaviest snow is going to be northeast first and then east of Lake Ontario. So Jefferson County first, Oswego, Lewis, Oneida counties second as we go through time through the day. High 21 and then falling this afternoon. So we're tracking that. It's a brief squall today. Lake snow reorganizes in Oswego and northern Oneida County late this afternoon, moves into Syracuse and much of central New York tonight and tomorrow morning. Critical information is where does that band set up and what's the intensity? It's always a tough forecast when you talk about this. I'll show you what I'm expecting in a second. On top of all that, we know how cold it is, and we've had cold wind chills, but they're getting into the notable zone now. Whipping, wicked, wincing type wind chills, especially by tomorrow morning. Today, it's -5 to 0 to +5. Very late tonight to tomorrow morning, we should have wind chills in Syracuse and under lake effect clouds and snow, which is typically going to be slightly milder. The wind chill will be 10 to 15 below, including Syracuse. Outside the lake effect clouds, like in the southern tier and in the north country, where skies are clearer, the temperature will fall lower. And while the wind may be a little lighter there, I still expect wind chills in those areas to get to 25 degrees below zero by tomorrow morning. That stinks. And that is unusual for the last day of February, which is tomorrow morning. Oh, and by the way, we're still keeping an eye on, you might hear about this chatter on social media, on the Today Show, whatnot, about some sort of possible storm Sunday night and Monday. Well, there's still that possibility. By the way, that storm right now is in the Pacific, thousands of miles away. So a major shift in that could bring little or no snow or a lot of snow. I'm right now calling for some light accumulations for central New York, heavier snow in the southern tier of New York, Route 17 corridor in the Catskills and in Pennsylvania. We'll keep you posted. Certainly a lot of time for that to change. Let's get detailed on hour-by-hour changes. Some sun this morning. Any notable squalls between 7 and 8 o'clock are either in Canada or right on the border between Jefferson, Lewis County and Canada. Watch what happens. Morning squalls start lining up there in Jefferson and Lewis County. So you're in it for a little longer, which is why you'll see a little extra snow first half of the day. As this cold front comes through, watch carefully right there. Now, I know, look how fast that was. That's why it's not going to dump a lot of snow, but for maybe 30 minutes or 15 minutes, it might snow really hard for a little short time, midday, early afternoon. I'm expecting a trace to an inch or two, Syracuse, point south, 2 to 6 inches up north. Watch the lake effect, folks, moving further south. In terms of new snow tonight, 3 to 6 inches I'm expecting for much of the area southeast of the lake, including the Syracuse metro area. Within this large, broad 3 to 6, there's going to be some isolated 6 to 12-inch amounts. My forecast says near or north of the Thruway, it'll be a close call. Coldest day in a month tomorrow with a high of 10 to 15.